National Honor Society Induction Ceremony. My name is Vita Sandoval, and I am one of the junior officers of NHS and will be service coordinator. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And please continue standing as the Red Mountain Choir sings the national anthem. Thank you, choir. You may now be seated. And now we have our principal, Mr. Eagleberger.
Good evening. I'd like to thank the choir and Mrs. DeCoste for having them come out and sing the national anthem. It's good to see people in front of us, and this is my second year at Red Mountain, but a lot of firsts because, as you guys know, we didn't have a lot of these things last quarter. So it's a special night to honor those students, those families who've taken care of so much, especially during a time like this. We're very proud of you. I always get nervous on the introduction night of National Honor Society. This is my 12th year as principal, second year as a high school principal, but for 10 years at the junior high, we had National Junior Honor Society, which some of you are probably familiar with. My very first ceremony, new principal, we forgot to hand out the certificates after we called everybody's name, and then we lit the candles and we set off the smoke alarms. So the next year, I was nervous. So like any principal would do, I told one of my assistant principals, "You're going this year because I'm not going to go through that again. It was so embarrassing." So that's my joke of the evening, but this certainly, I'm honored to be the principal of Red Mountain High School. It's nights like these that make it special and just show what a great community it's been. So we really appreciate that. And thank you so much for putting up with all the things we've asked you to do. And most of all, you guys up here, those kids out there who just, it's incredible what they've done. And we want to have this special evening for them. So thank you, thank you. With that, we all know some of the mitigation strategies in the normal year. There'd be handshakes, certificates will be given, but I don't know if we nod our heads or those type of things we're all getting used to, but we certainly want to stand and recognize as those students come across the stage. So thank you. I don't know what that was. And now we'll have Mrs. Sweet, Mrs. Watson, our advisors.
Well, hello, I'm Lisa Sweet, and this is Diana Watson. We consider ourselves two of the luckiest staff members on campus. As NHS advisors, we interact daily with students who never fail to amaze us through their level of commitment to academics, their strength of character, and their passion to make a difference in our school and our community. With over 120 members this year, NHS members have a GPA that averages over 4.0. They are found in every discipline and program on campus, whether it's conducting groundbreaking research in the biotech lab to designing a robot as part of our engineering program. They are intellectually curious and committed to excellence.
As students at Red Mountain High School, each of you is expected to display courage, respect, and influence. As a club that is focused on service, NHS members influence the community and the space around them. On weekends, our members can be found doing all kinds of service, whether that is visiting patients in hospitals, creating things for these people, donating things to food drives, putting together birthday parties for foster children. There is no limit to the good that these students will do while they're at our school and after they leave our doors, after they leave our classrooms. It is inspiring to see the creative ways in which our students are willing to reach out and lift up and help others. We know that the students, while they're at Red Mountain, will improve the space around them. They will improve the people around them, and this will prepare them to be better members of our community. We look up to members of our community who continue to help once they have graduated high school, once they've graduated college, in their day-to-day life, that have made this part of their lives. We are going to turn our time over to someone who has made this a part of their life. This is the president of the Mesa Rotary Club, Mr. Ben Yanofsky.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for having me. It really is an honor to be here. I've learned a lot about some of these amazing students that are in your school, and they are great young citizens. Amanda, thank you, and Lauren, nice to see you. So when we talked a little about tonight's program, I wondered, how could I tell you just a little bit about what I do? But before I do that, I want to again say congratulations. This has been a crazy year, and not only are you wonderful students, but you're also great citizens of this community. So with that said, I want to tell you there are three things I hope that I could share with you today in just a few minutes. One, I wanted to talk about service, at least my experience with service. And I also wanted to tell you about an interesting dinner that I was just fortunate enough to be in the presence of Warren Buffett, Charlie Munger, his associate, and Bill Gates. And there was a little tidbit, a little nugget of information I took from that meeting, and I will share that with you in a few moments. And the third thing I wanted to do was to challenge you, the NHS students, with a possible small service project that you could do with our Rotary Club right here in Mesa. So anyway, to start with my experience with service. Service, in Rotary we call it service above self. And it's kind of tied to the four pillars of the Honor Society, the National Honor Society. But service above self means that really, when we put our best effort into a project, we always get more out of it than we put into it. I think that's always the case. And if you ask other members of my Rotary Club right here in Mesa, I think all of them would say the same thing. But even beyond that, I think it starts with friendship. Friendship allows us to bridge continents and cultures and communities. When we have friendship, we can do so much, locally or globally. And let me give you an example. Just a few weeks ago, we completed a project that we started back in December. We identified a problem in Uganda, thanks to the help of another local organization, where there was a doctor, a surgeon, without the tools or supplies necessary to help people. These are people with severe injuries. These are folks that, in this country, they might take 6 weeks or 12 weeks to recover and be back on their feet. But in Uganda, without the right care or treatment, they may be disabled or crippled for life. So we assembled these supplies, these medical supplies, and with some of our partners got them shipped to Uganda. And presently, right now, that surgeon is using these tools that started here and ended up there. And I don't have to probably explain it to you, though some of these repairs, some of these medical changes that we've influenced by this small project has helped, say, family men who had jobs prior to their injury get back on their feet, go out into the world to make money, make a living, and be able to provide food for their family. It just goes from there. Eventually it leads to some education for their children if they can work. So this is a way that we right here in Mesa had an impact around the world. And I would say that anytime we can do something that helps others, it gives us a very good feeling to know that we've positively influenced the lives of others. So with that, I'll just touch on the little story I alluded to with Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger. Charlie Munger's his longtime business partner. The story of how I ended up at the dinner is not worth going into in this. This is too important of a meeting. But I wanted to tell you that Mr. Munger, a very accomplished business person, but also a philanthropist, happened to be sitting near me just by chance. And he leaned over and asked me about the last book I read. And I kind of stumbled a little because I wasn't sure where that was going. But Mr. Munger didn't even pause for a second. He said, "You need to read Pride in Performance by Les Schwab." And I hadn't heard of it before. I don't know if anyone up here has. But he's quite an impressive gentleman. And he eschews the habits that some of us, some of you in the National Honor Society also do. The 4 pillars he kind of talks about and lives his life emphasizing character and honesty, doing service for others, and he, of course, is a great leader. So I'm going to send a copy of this book to you, Amanda. This is the book, and you may be interested in it, or maybe some of the other members of the National Honor Society will be interested in it, but I think it's worth your time. Finally, I just want to say I wanted to challenge or invite the National Honor Society students to consider joining us in a small project right here in Mesa. Our Rotary Club has already funded this project, and we've accumulated a number of supplies that will help the homeless right here in Mesa. I can elaborate on it later with a flyer for you, but I just wanted you to know that we would invite you as our partners. We've funded it. We don't want you to spend any money, but you may find that it's rewarding if you come and join our club for an hour or two in putting this program together. That's going to happen in May. So with that said, I want to say you, ladies and gentlemen, are amazing young citizens of this community. Congratulations on being part of the National Honor Society, and thank you for having us.
Thank you, Mr. Yanofsky. Hello, everyone. My name is Amanda Adams, and I'm the current NHS president. I would like to congratulate each and every one of you on being here tonight, and thank you for being here tonight. The officers are now going to one by one give speeches regarding each of our 4 pillars: scholarship, service, leadership, and character, which represent NHS. After the speeches, each officer will light a candle until all 4 candles are lit, thus signifying the unity of NHS.
Thank you, Amanda. Hello, I am Sarah Enright. I am currently a junior officer of NHS and will be next year's NHS Vice President. I'm here to talk to you about scholarship. Scholarship means a commitment to learning. A National Honor Society member is willing to devote their time and effort towards the pursuit of knowledge, understanding that a fully cultivated mind will lead to lasting benefits. Knowledge is one of the elements that leads to long-term success, and the most practical way to attain said knowledge is through diligence and effort. This requires students to use their time and resources towards the betterment of their education. The pursuit of scholarship may be timely, but its rewards are more lasting than anything else. As B.B. King, acclaimed singer-songwriter, once said, "The beautiful thing about learning is nobody can take it away from you."
All of you have demonstrated your scholarship by attaining a GPA of 3.5 and higher, and you are expected to continue your pursuit of scholarship, expanding your horizons and subsequently your knowledge throughout your time in National Honor Society. Surrounded by a community of like-minded individuals in a close group, you will learn and grow from one another, cultivating your mind even more, just increasing your pursuit of knowledge and study. You are also now linked to a national organization of scholars, all of which have a devotion to their education. Through this connection, we will all build to a brighter future together. I will now light the candle that signifies scholarship. Sorry for the delay. Sloka will now be presenting service.
My name is Sloka. I am the treasurer of National Honor Society, and I will be talking about service. First of all, congratulations to all the inductees. We are very happy to have all of you in NHS. Next year, you will be joining a group of determined and driven individuals who want to make the world around them a better place. Service is a fundamental part of NHS. The organization encourages high school students to make meaningful contributions to their community, with all members having to fulfill a service hour requirement per semester. NHS defines this type of service as the desire to seek opportunities to help others and seeing a need and fulfilling it voluntarily. NHS members take part in acts of service because they genuinely want to make a positive impact. Every year, NHS members take initiative and seek community service opportunities. Over this school year, some activities members took part in were cooking Thanksgiving meals for the homeless, volunteering at animal shelters, cleaning cancer patients' homes, cleaning debris from hiking trails, tutoring fellow Red Mountain students, and sewing plush heat packs for those in need. Community service and the act of volunteering creates caring, dedicated, and considerate individuals. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others?" That is a question we should all ask ourselves, what we are doing for others, and how we can make a positive impact in other people's lives. The willingness to serve others is a quality shared among NHS members, and it is a quality I hope you will take with you after NHS too, into the rest of your life. And now I will light a candle symbolizing service. And next is Asia Rivera with a speech on leadership.
Okay, let's see. Okay, hello everyone. My name is Asia Rivera, and I am this year's membership coordinator for NHS, and I will continue to be membership coordinator for next year. First off, I want to say thank you to all the inductees for standing out with your GPA, extracurriculars, and your applications. I also want to thank the family members here supporting your inductees. With that, I am here to talk about the third pillar of National Honor Society, leadership. In all honesty, high school has been a crazy time, but leadership has helped guide me through it, and it can be the same for you. During my freshman year, my perspective on leadership changed. I don't remember the class, but I remember a dim projector, awkward desk, and a reckless class. The words TED Talk flashed on the screen, and in unison, the class went, Nobody wanted to watch the TED Talk. But soon enough, everyone invested themselves in the video. I was in the same boat. What struck me the most was the speaker's interpretation of leadership. Through his explanation, I learned that a leader is not just calling all the shots. The leader is just as much as a participant. The speaker in the video used pictures to further explain this. One of the pictures was workers pulling a sled of bricks and a man sitting on top of the sled of bricks. The other was just a sled of bricks and everybody pulling it together. Obviously, in the second image, work was easier. People were working together, and the sled of bricks was moving cohesively. They didn't have to pull the extra weight of the man on top. With this, it is important to realize that a leader is not telling everybody to pull, but pulling the same weight themselves. I want you all to know that you are the leaders on the field, court, classroom, auditorium, and now this club. In other words, you are students, players, actors, musicians, and members of NHS. You are working side by side, putting in the same amount of effort, and sometimes even more. You all are and will continue to lead by example. In National Honor Society, leadership is just as vital as scholarship, service, and character. And since you all are already here, you possess some, and if not all, of these qualities. Keep in mind you're only juniors and sophomores, which is extremely impressive. With NHS, these traits will only expand. Leadership will take you to all types of places in your career, high school, college, and so on. As long as you remember to pull your weight, whether you're at the front or the back and you're not sitting on top of the bricks. Lead by example. I know you all can, and I know you all will. With this, I will now light the candle symbolizing leadership. Thank you all once again, and congratulations. And Nicole Degano will take it away with her perspective on character, our final pillar of NHS.
Hello, my name is Nicole Degano, and I am the current junior officer and will be your secretary for the upcoming school year. The next pillar of NHS is character. Character is not just being a good person, but it is valuing diverse cultures and building relationships that reflect the love of self or concern for others. Your teachers would describe many of you as perseverant, respectful, honest, and self-sacrificial. Oftentimes, these character traits are not something that you would see on the regular, and it is more likely that you would see a public mistake rather than a public sacrifice. Character is not just getting to know a person and weighing their actions on this cosmic scale, but it is having the commitment to be ethical and compassionate every day. You are choosing to make the right decision based on what you know will affect you and how it will affect others. Through NHS, you will learn valuable skills, and you will be surrounded by many people who have the same morals and similar character. All of you have demonstrated everyday character, and for that, I congratulate you. I will now light the candle demonstrating character. Now we will have Megan and Lauren coming up to read the names.
Hi, I am Lauren Burchell, and I am the current Vice President of National Honor Society.
Hi, I am Megan Sheehan. I'm currently an officer of National Honor Society, and I will be your president next year.
So before we begin reading the names, when your name is called, please walk up the stairs on stage right over here. This is where you will pick up your certificate, and you will walk along the stage, and you will exit on stage left, where you will then return to your seats. And so without further ado, I'll begin. Gagana Amenini. Armar Aon. Jack Baer. Brooke Baer. Alex Beck. Jaden Benson. Savannah Benza. Tyler Burke. Haley Boyarski. Colin Bronson. Carolyn Brown. Madeline Bullard. Hannah Bum. Kennedy Burns. Carter Crispin. Maria Cooks Perez. Alex Deanda. Kailani Deedon. Tanner DeMassa. Brooke Dewey. Evelyn DeCristofaro. Mia DeCristofaro. Caleb Eberson. Paige Escamilla. Cole Ewings.
Ava Fedoric, Hayden Farrell, Chloe Florence, Daisha Fuller, Oliver Garris, Caitlin Gishi, Carmen Groschner, Riley Halgren, Frederick Hancock, Eva Handley, Garrett Haney, Madeline Hansen, Quinlan Harris, Christine Hernandez, Kai Hikichi, Benjamin Hurst, Emma Jones, Ellie Kale, Marcia Keller, Calvin Kim, Jocelyn Knutson, Catherine Koch, Jacqueline Laird, Ruth Londa, Gemma Larson.
Megan Ledestra. Daniela Lopez. Helen Lotman. Catherine Lower. Sebastian Loza. Mackenzie Luna. Angela Luton. Jonah Marin. Kate Markart. Shelby Martinson. Ryder McGee. Austin Melise. Georgia Melita. Nevea Meyer. Ariana Montoya Espinoza. Olivia Moya. Caitlin Nord. Alexandra Patty, Megan Parr, Marissa Patel, Alec Peng, Brant Peng, Giovanni Perez D'Amico, Coral Perry, Samir Pasari,
Ashlyn Phillips, Alyssa Pooley, Michael Rensher, Cooper Rice, Charles Ritchie, Kendall Reekley, Kareem Rodriguez, Jordan Rawlick, Nathan Rawland, Emily Ruderstaller, Jamie Rusnak, Madison Sester, Carson Shark, Caleb Smith, Jesse Smith, Charles Spencer, Tori Stoddard, Eva Stone, Madison Tykowski, Madison Wagner, Emily Weedman, Grace Wilkin, Lana Williams, Megan Williamson, and Avery Wong. If your name was not called or you were unable to make it on stage, you can pick up your certificate on the table in the lobby after the program. Now Amanda Adams will lead us in the National Honor Society Pledge. Thank you.
Thank you, Lauren and Megan. If you could now all join me in reciting the NHS Pledge to officiate your membership. The pledge is found on the back of your program, and we will do this call and answer style. I pledge myself to uphold the high purposes of the National Honor Society to which I have been selected. I will strive in every way by word and deed to make its ideals and the ideals of my school and my life. I pledge to maintain my high scholastic standing, to hold as fundamental and worthy and untarnished character, to endeavor courageously to be a leader, and to freely give myself in service to others. In doing so, I shall prove myself worthy to others. In so doing, I shall prove myself worthy of a place in the National Honor Society. Congratulations once again, you are all official NHS members. Now Sloka will honor the teachers selected by the students as influential in their life.
Now we would like to take a moment to do a teacher tribute. All NHS inductees were asked to name a teacher on campus that was a good example to them and that deserved to be recognized. Here are some of the amazing teachers on campus that were mentioned: Miss Anderson, Miss Bartlett, Miss Brierton, Miss Butte, Mr. Bycott, Miss Doucette, Miss Gerard, Miss Gazda, Mr. Haggard, Mr. Hodges, Mr. Jones, Miss Klein, Mr. Marquez, Miss Mashade, Mr. Middleton, Mr. Munoz, Miss Nakata, Miss Norheim, Coach Runge, Miss Smith, Miss Thompson, Miss Van Dre, Miss Van Boris, and Miss Whitting. Inductees had so many nice things to say about the teachers on campus, and Miss Gerard was the teacher mentioned most. Here was one message about her from a student. One inductee said, "I would say my English teacher, Miss Gerard. She's incredibly caring, reasonable, and a good example to all. She cares so much for her students and will never hesitate to ask if we are okay or need her help with anything for us to be successful. She has such a good heart and is genuinely one of the most caring and compassionate teachers I've ever had." And next is Amanda Adams and Megan Sheehan with closing remarks and passing of the gavel.
Thank you, Sloka. It is now time for the traditional passing of the gavel. I, current President Amanda, now pass this gavel to the future President, Megan. Megan, I congratulate you on becoming president and thank you for all you did as a junior officer. I am confident that you will lead this club to great places.
Thank you, Amanda. I am excited for this new year with all of you, and I can't wait to get to know each of you. I hope you strive to continue showing the pillars of National Honor Society. Thank you for coming tonight. Ceremony adjourned. We would love to meet you outside for some refreshments. Thank you.